Imagine that there's a myth that you've been told so long and so often that you don't think it's a myth anymore. You really think it's true. And imagine it's a myth about something so primary in your life that everybody knows it. What is primary in our lives? No, happiness. How to be happy. If I told you you didn't know how to be happy, you'd think I was foolish. That's ridiculous. Everyone knows how to be happy. You just go towards things that make you happy and stay away from pain. It's pretty simple. We're done. But what if that was a myth? What if that is something that is actually keeping most people from being as happy as they could be and being who they really want to be? Well, that would be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? Well, let's spend a moment and explore that for just a second. Happiness is going towards what makes you happy and avoiding pain. Seems like a simple deal. We'll look at it just a little bit. Let's first talk about avoiding pain. That sounds like a no-brainer. Of course you want to avoid pain. How could you be happy if you're in pain? But what is avoiding pain really all about? Is it about just not having pain happen to you? Seems like pain would happen to all of us once in a while. Pain comes and goes to all of our lives. It's like a wave. It moves through. But if we're afraid of pain, if we fixate on pain, if we remember past pain, then we're spending a lot of time that could be spent doing other things thinking about pain. We're involved in what's called a struggle against pain. Now it's not just something that comes and goes, it's something now that we want to fight. Well, if you're going to fight something, you've got to put energy into it. You've got to suddenly, how do you avoid pain? I've got to think, well, let's see, it happened to me last time like this. I better make sure that never happens again. And then I don't want it to happen when I was there. Now I've got to think about it when I go there. You're thinking about things before they even happen and worried about pain before it's even on the horizon. You start investing in pain by having scouts go ahead and see if that will cause you pain. Suddenly you're investing a lot of your energy in it. It's like a military budget. We only have so much to spend in our lives in terms of emotional energy. If we're spending 30, 40, 50% of it trying to avoid pain, that's a lot of our energy going towards something that only comes and goes anyway. And when we struggle against it, we can keep it there longer. Instead of a wave just coming and going, we can be involved in a struggle against pain that can last a lot of our time. So let's imagine that struggling against pain is not a good idea. Maybe pain is going to come anyway, and if we let it come and just let it happen, it moves through and we can go on with our lives. It doesn't mean something is wrong. It doesn't mean that we failed. It doesn't mean that we're giving up. Now, the other part of the happiness equation seems to easily be to be happy, go towards things that make you happy. But for most people, they don't really know what those things are. Most people, when they think about happiness, think about immediate gratification. They think about pleasure, they think about being intoxicated, they think about being stimulated, overwhelmed with food or drink or dance, whatever. And none of those things are bad. But if being happy was just a matter of not feeling pain, then drug addicts would be the happiest people ever. And that's really not how it is. So let's think about happiness as another thing. Maybe happiness is about being who you really want to be. Something you value, something you have goals towards, and achieving those things. Well, a lot of people I know have goals, and they're wonderful things that they like to do, but they're not doing them now because things haven't lined up properly. Things aren't in the right time. They want to wait till, oh, maybe when I don't have this problem, or if I don't have that distraction, or when I don't feel this negativity, then I'm going to move forward. And a lot of people have specifics about it. They have, oh, when I don't hear that voice in my head that tells me I'm no good. You know that thing that happened when I was a kid, and my mom said, you know, you shouldn't do that, you'll make a fool of yourself, and that stays in your head. And you're waiting for that to go away till you go and write your novel, or write your screenplay, or open your restaurant. You're waiting for the negativity to be gone. And there's a theory that says that's never going to happen. That you're always going to have something negative in your life, and you can't ever screen for that. You can't ever wait for that to be gone, because maybe your whole life will end, and you will not have gotten that moment when it's fine to move forward. So how do we deal with that? Well, maybe you can move forward with that negative voice still in your head. Maybe it's just something that's going to become background noise. Let's talk about that for a second. There's a little part of you that says, it's not good enough, if only I had that. And you're thinking, if that voice, nagging voice wasn't there, I could do this tomorrow. I could write my novel tomorrow. But that little voice, and only then, when that voice is gone, will I move forward. Well, if you truly value moving forward and writing that novel, maybe you can do that today. Maybe you can do that and say that little voice is never going to go away. I can't wait for that to be gone. I'm just going to go towards what I value. Because I freed up energy by not struggling against pain. I have extra vitality to move towards what I care about, what I really want to be in my life, my goals. So I start writing my book, and immediately the voice comes up and goes, that's not going to be very good. And you think, hi, I know you're going to be there. You can come along with me as I write my book. Really? But I want to stop you. Like, you can try and stop me. I'm just going to be moving towards my book now, because that's what I really value. That's who I really want to be. So you haven't postponed something, you haven't waited for pain to go away, and you have moved towards what you value, which may not make you happy instantly, because it isn't something that makes you as happy as, let's say, I don't know, going to a party. But writing a book or finishing what you really have as a goal will make you happy in a more important and more lasting way. All these theories are not something I created. This is something that comes from ACT. ACT is an acronym that stands for Acceptance and Commitment Therapy. And it's a very powerful tool. And it's one of the newest things that is new in the world that is not being as well known as it could be. And we'd like to have a part in making it more part of more people's lives. And my name is Cary Odes. I'm part of the Center for ACT, along with my partner, Karen Pickett. You can see us on thecenterforact.com, and we hope you'll join us there.